Welcome back to another Crusade Report with King Ministries International. In this edition, missionary evangelists Daniel and Jessica King visit the Asian nation of Mongolia with a message of God's love. Mongolia is a landlocked country between China and Russia, and is proud of its great history and beautiful culture. The Mongolian people are known as warriors, the most famous of which is Genghis Khan, who conquered most of Asia in 1200 AD. Daniel and Jessica were welcomed to Mongolia by a member of the Mongolian parliament. The ministry began with an evangelism conference in Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia. They found the believers of Mongolia to be passionate followers of Jesus Christ, and they were excited about going out to the streets to witness. Karakorum was the capital of the Mongolian Empire between 1235 and 1260 AD. It is here that Genghis Khan established the capital of his immense empire. At its height, the city controlled most of Asia and over 1/4 of the world's population, but now has dwindled in size to only 16,000 people. And it was to this historical epicenter of the Mongolian Empire that Daniel and Jessica King came in order to hold a gospel crusade.
The great Mongolian emperor Genghis Khan conquered all of Asia with the sword, but now Jesus comes to conquer with love.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights from their trip. The town is known for its Buddhist monasteries and temples. In the entire town, there are only 4 small churches and less than 100 Christians. The team consisted of 85 people, which came from 9 countries and several Mongolian cities.
My father got saved when he read through the Bible from Genesis all the way to Revelation. And so because he got saved reading the Bible, I believe in the power of God's Word. Here in Mongolia, we're going to be giving away copies of the Bible to everyone who comes to our service. We have a children's Bible that we're going to be giving to all of the children. We have a New Testament for everyone who gets saved. We also have a Gospel of Mark, and we're going to be going door to door to every house in this community and giving them a copy of the Gospel of Mark. And we also have complete Bibles that we're going to be giving away. And so I believe that as the people of Mongolia read God's Word, their lives will be changed for all of eternity.
After Daniel taught the team about soul winning, they spread out across the city. The goal was to visit every house in town in order to give them a Bible and to invite them to the crusade. Many people gladly welcomed them into their homes and even asked for prayer. In 4 days of witnessing door to door, the team visited every house in the whole town. The crusade was held in 2 gospel tents set up on the ground where the troops of Genghis Khan used to camp. All the believers gathered together and prayed that God would draw out lost people to the crusade, and God answered their prayers. Since the tents were on the outskirts of town, people came walking, driving, and even riding horses to the crusade. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the crusade in Karakorum. The team ministered to the people with dances, music, and feats of strength. In the children's tent, clowns captured the imagination of the children. Jessica then took the stage and sang for the people. When Daniel stood up to preach, the people listened intently. Almost the entire crowd responded to the altar call. They prayed for the sick, and several people gave testimony of God's healing power. The crusade was a big success. In a town of 16,000 people, with only 100 Christians, a total of 2,700 people came to the tent crusade, and hundreds prayed with them for salvation. Please pray for the local churches as they work to disciple the new believers. Thank you for helping King Ministries on their mission to Mongolia. Because of your generosity, we were able to change lives for eternity in the heart of the ancient Mongol Empire. Would you give a financial gift today and help us spread the gospel around the world? To give, please visit www.kingministries.com.